Hello, welcome to Moxie Journal. My name is Calix and I'm so glad you were here with me today. I am trying to decide what to pack for my weekend to Las Vegas. My clothes are easy. I'm a uniform gal. I wear the same stuff all the time. And my tech I've got sorted, but traveling with tarot is new to me. I've been on let's see, I went overseas and I took some tarot. I went to Lisbon and London, and then I came back, and then I went to Washington, D.C., and I went to Phoenix. So I've been 3 places with tarot cards in my whole life, and this is my 4th trip. I'm going back to Las Vegas, so I'm going back out west. I'm going to Las Vegas. I haven't been to Las Vegas in years. And I'm trying to think about what I'm gonna take. So I thought maybe since I was doing it anyway, and since it's been a hot minute since I had a chance to make a video, I would make one really quick. I have about an hour before my Lyft gets here to take me to the airport. So let's see if we can get this done. So here's my pile of stuff. And let's think about what I'm taking, and I'll be interested to see in the comments what you think I should take, what you would leave home. It's a little bit of a work in progress for me. So I'm going to scoot all this aside, and then we'll talk about the different pieces and parts on what I've decided and what I'm still working on. So the biggest thing that I know that I'm going to take for sure, is my crazy big journal. This is an American US letter size book, and it's, oh, she chunky. This is the Ritual Tarot Planner. It doesn't look like the stock edition anymore because I've stickerized it as I move along through my year. But I keep trying to leave it behind and backfill, but I don't really like that. Even though, as you can see, I have backfilling to do. This is this week. This is today, Saturday. I've already drawn my card from my tarot deck today. And I had a crazy busy week, and I did my draw, and I made some notes. I just didn't actually get it in my book. So you'd think, well, if I could leave my book for that many days, then surely I could just leave it for 4 days while I go away. But I can't, especially since I'm going to be on the plane. I'm on the East Coast, and so I'm going to be on a plane for 5 hours. And that is great time for me to journal, and being in a hotel, I just love it. Anyway, so this is my not so travel size journal that I'll be taking with me. As you can see, I've already stickerized it a little bit I do actually have some stickers from Pipsticks that are sort of a Vegas theme. So I put a few of those in, and I'm going to backfill and do some more journaling here. I had a massive project. I did not do a draw, so I'm just going to journal and put some pictures in there. And then let me flip. This is where the week fills in. So I'll be gone until this far. And so I'll have the beginning of next week and the first 2 days of the week to fill in as I go. So given that I've got that, and it's the end of the month, so I will kind of go back and reflect on where's my month page. Here's my month. I've already filled in some of this when I look at my month, and I'll see if I do a video on actually wrapping up June and starting July. But I've decided this time I did the decks that I have been using for the month. And here's one of the options I'm thinking about. Maybe I should take this one to Vegas, but I've got a couple more options. And then, and I've got little cards for them. I just can't find them. And I'll put some more pieces in here. All right, so this is definitely going with me. This little journal, this is a Hobonichi Weeks, and it is just a great little, I do sort of do some little bits of journaling. It's a sort of weekly calendar, and I haven't been keeping up with it. I started off learning, doing some practice doodles, just learning how to do some doodles. And I do some blind contour drawing. I had some blind contours of animals in here. I have some words that are, when I find words, they're interesting to me. But mostly the reason I want to take this is because when I use this journal, I often put this down at the bottom of it when I'm writing, because this book is so thick that it's hard for me to put my hand here. So I know that's a weird reason to take a journal when I could just find something along the way, but this works perfectly. So this is a maybe. We'll see how much room I have. And then this is an Erin Condren planner cover that I discovered in my stash of planner stuff when I was looking actually for a Bible case, because Shanna D had said that I could use an old one. I thought, oh, that's a great idea for travel. But I found this and I couldn't find my old Bible cases, so I don't know where they are. And it works perfectly because I can slide my journal right in here. And it actually worked really well. I took this to DC with me and I was able to, it's a kind of neoprene, it's a little bit of cushion. It's got just a little bit of a grab to it. So I actually put this on the tray table in front of me and I did my spread right here. So it was a nice little base for that. I was thinking about taking a spread cloth with me so that like when I'm in the hotel, I have this. I took just a bandana last time, but since my last trip, I ordered the Gentle Tarot. Actually, I had ordered it, but it came in because my June is actually in a no-buy. But this is, oh, ski, wonky. Let me see if I've got that back here. Okay. This is, it's hard to kind of see how big it is, but this is a nice size cotton spread cloth that is from Mari in the Sky, from the Gentle Tarot. Anyway, it's just a nice size, and I'm thinking I can take that with me. Now, it is, it's a nice to have. I think it's maybe not a have to have. I don't know. Do you all take something with you? Do you just use what you have? I mean, I could just use a towel and just kind of spread it out and have that be sacred enough, I suppose. But, okay, so that's a possibility. And then let's get to the decks. Oh, actually, before we do that, I'm going to show the other, absolutely, I'm definitely taking it with me. And this is my journal supplies. These are all my pens. I have my glue stick. I have some tape. I might not take the corner rounder. I don't really need that. My absolute favorite, I might even take two of these, is my whiteout. I use it all the time. I've showed that in other videos. And then I have my stickers kind of tucked in here. Here are the Pipstick stickers, and these are where the Vegas ones are, and here's some just other travel stickers. So I have those in there, and then I will just zipper up. Oh, I have a, I wrap washi tape around a card and take it with me. I actually might take a more Vegas colored set of washi tapes with me, because Vegas is, you know, all those bright lights and colors, and take that with me. So this is definitely going. So that is for sure going. So these are the for sures. And then I have sort of about this much room to take other things with me, because this is about the size that I have left in my bag, this sort of width, and then this height. That's kind of what I have left. So this is a contender, this little journal, this little weeks. This is going to go, these are, well, this is actually definitely going to go. I take my Kim Krans tarot, and I don't know if you've seen this cute little pocket tarot, but it's such a perfect size. And I actually, I keep mine with, this is a little eyeglasses cloth. It's like a little mini spread cloth, but it is a little like glasses cleaner that I got from, I ordered it from Nikki de Saint-Phal, who's my favorite artist. I mean, she's passed on, but her estate. Anyway, this is one of her designs, and I was ordering some other things, including a Majors Only tarot deck that she designed that goes with her tarot garden. And so anyway, this is one of her designs, and I ordered it, and then I thought, oh, it's perfect to be a little mini spread cloth in with my pocket-sized Kim Krans tarot. So this is my best friend tarot deck. This is the one that will just always say it to me straight. I'm sure everybody's seen it, but it's perfect. It's rainbow colored. It's just lovely. I know people, you know, this deck works for some and not for others. It works for me. And then the little guidebook, because the guidebook, I mean, I mostly know it, but it's helpful to have that. So that is going to go with me. And that's what I draw and put in my journal every day. And then I have the stickers. Well, they aren't stickers yet. These are, I printed out sheets just on the computer. I had scanned all these in when I first got the deck, and I printed them. I just print them on regular copy paper, and then I cut them out, usually while I'm watching your videos. And then I stack them in here, little clips, and I keep a little selenite in here too. And so this is definitely when I'm going to be journaling. These go together. So that's part of my little group there. And then I am going to take, pretty sure I'm going to take, this is the Naked Heart Tarot, and this by Jillian Wild. And this has become a new staple. Like, I really do use this every day as part of my 12-step recovery work. I am proudly, happily, gratefully sober, and I do my work and I read. And this deck is, if you haven't seen it before, it is really, it's beautiful. It is a sort of animal centric deck, but it talks about the reasons, right? So let me just show a few cards while we're talking about it. Right, so the meanings are all aligned with Rider-Waite Smith, even though the imagery, you know, is not, you know, doesn't have all the cues, but anyway, I love this deck. And the write-up, I'm sorry, I'm not very verbal about it. The write-up for these are, you get keywords, which line up with the meanings that you know, but then the message from the tarot is written in the affirmative, right? So for the Ten of Cups, I have gone through an array of emotions in life and have learned to connect with them, explore them, and heal them. I've learned to restore balance and harmony within. And so it goes along in that vein. And then if you get it in reverse, it gives you a question to ask yourself, to journal about. Do I feel connected to my full value and worth? And then the image on the card is like, it kind of calls it a familiar. So in this one, it's a picture of a crystal. It says, the crystal familiar whispers to you, you vibrate at the frequency of an earthly gem. Or if there's an animal on the deck, on the card, it'll say, let me find one that has an animal. Like mountain lion whispers. When you respect yourself, you inadvertently command the respect of others. So, or mountain lioness. So even if you don't already have an association with an animal, it gives you sort of the reason indirectly about why that animal is there, what that familiar is saying to you. So this this deck has just been really terrific, and I use it every day. And my friend that I'm meeting in excuse me, in Las Vegas, I actually send a picture of this card to them every day because we're recovery buddies. So I know it seems a little weird, right, to go to Vegas, Sin City, and be totally sober, but actually there's so much other stuff to do in Las Vegas. So here's where we are so far. This takes up most of this room, and this takes up this room. And so maybe I could stop there. Maybe that would just be perfect. But I don't know. Squish, that would be kind of right there. That would be even. But here's the problem. Here's what I want to do. I have these other options for decks. I kind of want to take a deck with me that's just like actually like makes me think of Vegas itself. And so here are my three contenders. This was the first one. I have this deck, Tarot Apocalypsis, and it's by Eric Dunn and Kim Huggins. And this deck when I got it, I had ordered a couple of decks and this was in there. And when I went back, and I was like, oh, did I order that? And then when I went back, it was on the invoice. And when I went back and actually looked at my order that I placed, it was on there too. I don't remember choosing this deck. It's so not really the kind of deck that I would pick. It is, these are the folks who did the Illuminati tarot, so you may know them. And this deck is, it's a Lo Scarabeo. So it's got the Lo Scarabeo book, and actually it's a pretty good book. I mean, it's in a couple of different languages, but it's actually, it's got some good information in here, I think, considering, well, let me get to the parts that I'm trying to show you. This, like for the court cards, it gives you the equivalences about the prince and the princess, prince and princess, knave, that kind of thing. And then it actually mentions the god or goddess or mythological character that it's featuring in the card. So, because one of the things about this deck is that it has, and I'm like, doesn't that just scream Las Vegas to you? It's so bright and shiny and gilded and everything. But this deck has mythological creatures and characters from all over the world. And they're in these bright colors. And I haven't really known what to do with this deck. One time when I showed it, someone, thank you if you're watching again, thank you for this comment. I'll have to go back and look and see who it was, said that this deck is great for like world politics kinds of readings and you know, world situations, world events. And I thought, oh, that is a great idea. That's what I'll use it for. And you know what? I found out I just don't actually do readings about that. So I've been looking for another reason to keep this in my practice. This deck is a little loud and a little wild, and the colors just feel just a lot. I don't know. So it's intense. It's kind of intense for me. And I'm thinking that this might be the one to go to Vegas. In fact, I had just kind of decided on it and stuck that one little picture in my journal. And then I was like, well, I also have Desert Illuminations, which I got. It's a fairly new deck to me. I've used it a pretty good amount. I used it in April when I actually went out to Phoenix and I did a reading in the desert. Sorry to play with that tuck box. I really don't like tuck boxes, you all, but Desert Illuminations, like this deck is by, it's US Games, and it is by Lindsay D. Williams. And this is an amazing desert themed deck. And if you want, I've got a chatty deck walkthrough. I'll try and put the link on here. It also has a great guide. It actually has a much better guidebook even than my little Tarot Apocalypsis. It's very interesting. It has, you can see I've made notes and highlighted, and it has this sort of rug, but then the sacred eyes on the back, and it's this really pretty kind of teal sage color. And the colors are that beautiful Southwest, like this sort of rich orange and this hot pink and this neon green and this teal. And this deck has all kinds of themes from the American Southwest. I have it just upside down like it's not. It's just beautiful. So the different suits are jugs. Look at that. I love jugs and chilies and knives. I think it has some does the play kind of on the Area 51, the aliens, which are part of the mythology of the American Southwest. And it has real life heroes and heroines, Wyatt Earp and Billy the Kid, and oh, isn't she pretty? The Butterfly Maidens, right? It had draws from the different, like this is the trickster, you know, coyote out there. So this is, I love these ladies. Anyway, so this is a beautiful desert themed deck, and Las Vegas is definitely out in the middle of the desert. So I thought, well, maybe I should take this deck out to the desert with me back again. And this can just be my desert deck, even though it's Nevada and not Arizona. But then I was like, but this doesn't so much feel like Vegas with the bright lights and the, you know, Ocean's 11 shenanigans kind of things. And we are going to a magic show. Actually, so my friend said, hey, I'm going to get tickets to Penn and Teller. What do you think about that? And my friend is all about music. And so I thought it was a band. I maybe am the only person that didn't know that Penn and Teller were magicians, like bunny out of the hat, wave a wand, kind of magicians. Anyway, so I said, sure, that would be great. And then I found out that they were magicians. And my partner laughed so hard. She was trying to explain to me. She's like, you're going to go see a magic show? Because while I love spiritual magic, like sawing a lady in half doesn't appeal to me at all. Like I would never willingly have just done this on my own. But apparently they have this persona. And so when Donna, my partner, was saying, oh, that they have a persona, it's you know, they're a really big deal. And I said, oh, a persona like Nicki Minaj. And she about peed her pants laughing so hard because she's like, no, it's nothing like Nicki Minaj. So I don't know. I don't really know what I'm in for. But then I thought, okay, magic and sort of wildness. And then I have this crazy little Galactic Star Tarot that is, it is a Cosmic Seed deck. And that is a little, I don't, like, if I had known it was a Cosmic Seed deck, I wouldn't have bought it. But I bought it and then found that out. And it reads, it definitely follows the RWS interpretations, and there are enough clues on there that it's pretty easy to read. It's just kind of interpreted through these different alien sort of beings, and it's wacky, and I actually totally love it. I have a full walkthrough that I'll also try and link up here, and it's got the bright colors, and it's just a little fun. I thought, well, maybe that will be the right. So there's the Nine of Swords, right? This little creature down here, the Nightmare card, and it's a little cheeky. I like this Ten of Swords, and oh, this is in order. I keep my decks in order when I'm not actively working with them, so now I've kind of messed it up, and I might need to put it back. But anyway, I just think that this might be right, like. That could be Vegas, right? That could be Vegas show. This crazy little Hierophant is a lizard man teacher, little showman. Anyway, so these are my options, and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to be there for 4 or 5 days, and so 4.5 days. And am I really going to do another spread? But I think so. I mean, we're going to go to a show. We're going to hang out at the pool. We're going to take a bus tour, and then. Really, we're just going to hang. And I thought, well, that's plenty of time to do a spread or two. And I just don't really know which one it shall be. So, oh gosh, I've been rambling. These are my options. Oh, this is what I've got here. And actually, none of them actually fit. I've actually used up my room here, so I may have to squish... I guess if we did it just on size, the Tarot Apocalypsis is the smallest one, and my Galactic Star Tarot is the biggest. So I have those upside down. And so my Desert Illuminations is right there in the middle. Oh, my puppy is barking at some people outside, so we'll have to ignore that. Anyway, tell me what you think. Which one would you take? Or would you just only take what you know you're going to do every day, your daily draw, and, you know, and stick with that? Or are you really lightweight and a really good slim packer and you wouldn't take any of it, or you would just take one pocket deck? You can see I'm not even taking an Oracle deck. Oh, I don't have a really, I mean, I have Coastal Curiosities, but that doesn't seem right to me for the desert. Anyway, let me know in the comments, and you know what? Come back for my end of June wrap up and starting off July, and I'll let you know which one I ended up taking. All right, thanks for joining me as I worked through and I sort of assembled, and I hope you have a great rest of the day, rest of the week, and rest of the month, a little bit of it that's left, and I will see you in the next one.